Hey kids, where are you all? This time I will tell about my life. Everyone has twists and turns in my life. There are even those who will still don't believe in it. Rather step for my life was the accident where I had to have appendicitis. Without further ado, this is story for my life. When I was 4 years old, I had an accident. At the time, I really liked dancing, and I did it on the terrace of the house. The condition of my house terrace is bigger than the ground level, and the view is later the fence. I was very engrossed in my activities, and without realizing it had not stepped on the terrace. I slept and my head was stuck in the sharp end of the terrace of the house. The time my family panicked and immediately took me to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, I got 10 stitches on my head. When I was in high school, I got sick easily. I was often in and out of the hospital. This happened because I often get ulcers. I also often had nausea and vomiting. And the initial prediction for me and my family is stomach ulcer. And because this is repeat every year, the family start to get suspicious. And apart from stomach ulcer, I was also known to get sore throat very easily. When I graduated high school, I had to go to hospital because of appendicitis. The month before the accident of appendicitis was the day of the school exam. On the first day, I took the school exam well. However, when I studied for the exam preparation the next day, my stomach upset, and at the time I vomited. My family immediately took me to the hospital. And when I was injected with anti-nausea for the first time, I didn't feel calm in my body. The next morning, I threw up again and I got the second anti-nausea injection. And 1 week before graduation day, I experienced severe nausea. The accident occurred at midnight. The symptom before nausea is my stomach when I want to sleep. I vomited non-stop and that made me take the initiative to go to the hospital. At first my family refused, but when they saw me vomiting non-stop, they immediately took me to the hospital. At the hospital, I got an anti-nausea injection. While I was waiting for the response to the anti-nausea injection, my left leg started to hurt. It's very hard. My mother immediately called the doctor. The doctor also advised me to have a leukocyte test, and I agreed. After the leukocyte test came out, the doctor said that I have appendicitis. My mother and I was very surprised. And I also had an appendectomy in the morning. For 1 week, I was in the hospital. And during the week, it also coincides with Eid. I spent Eid this year for appendicitis surgery. That's the story of my life. I got 2 stitches because of what I did. The first is still understandable because I was small, but the second time I had to have an appendectomy because of my delinquency. I find it's very difficult to eat vegetables and fruit, and the incident of appendicitis became a valuable lesson that I must eat nutritious food.